What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. Listen, I'm in here. I'm in here on time. Listen, let me tell y'all, my weekend, I had a long weekend, okay? I had a very long weekend, and I'm sorry that I'm late. I'm sorry that I'm late. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened, okay? Friday, I had went live on Patreon, and I had to cook some chicken. I cook chicken probably every second or third day. You know what I'm saying? I cook a pack of chicken. It takes me like an hour. It don't really take me that long to cook the chicken, but I was raised so I clean up, I cook, and I clean up, and that takes probably like 2 hours or whatever, right? So I got off the live on Friday. I knew that Kimora was supposed to go and do her confessional. She had already lied and stuff, and we're gonna talk about why she lied, why I feel like that she lied, right? I knew that she's supposed to do her confessionals. So my friend had sent me the link to her confessional. She was already live, right? Got my phone. Kenya was already talking, explaining, and I thought, baby, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So I rewind the confessionals back to where she started talking, but it was a countdown first. So get to the countdown, started. It was like 5 seconds left for the countdown, and I started playing it. And as I'm playing it, I told y'all if I'm most of the time I'm listening to podcasts or I'm listening to my friends and stuff on YouTube or whatever, I'm not actually looking at the screen. I'm listening and I'm like cooking or cleaning or doing something like that. Baby, it wasn't even 2 minutes, and then it had stopped, and I thought my Wi-Fi was messing up or something. You know what I'm saying? And the video was off. I looked at the video. Everybody was saying, "Where the rest of it at? Where the rest of it at?" Okay. And I'm like, "Oh, Kenya, you really came down here and did us like that?"
Bitch.
Girl, we was waiting on you. We was waiting on you at the door. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 weeks ago, Kenya had said that she was going to remember she had played the song Excuse Me Miss. It was on her Instagram page, and she was saying that she was going to go and do her confessionals, right? She was going to do it on YouTube on the 15th. The 15th came up, she didn't do them, she dropped the trailer for them, and then she ended up dropping she dropped the trailer on the 15th. Then she didn't come again, and she said she was going to do it Friday. So I don't understand. I don't understand, okay? But y'all, we are here to talk about Kenya Moore's long-awaited confessionals, okay? We are here to talk about the confessionals, and we're gonna talk about it. And I haven't seen the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode yet. I hope everybody had a good Easter. My Easter was good. I ended up in a food coma, laying on the floor, so I didn't even get a chance to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta yet. But I'm gonna try to watch it today, and I'm gonna try to come back with the review tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And let me tell you, I'm sorry before we get started. So she dropped the trailer for the confessionals. I called myself. Let me go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I'm sorry. Let's go. She dropped the trailer for confessionals. Okay, and it was only like a minute and 50 seconds, right? And I'm like, what is Kenya doing? What is she doing? Why is she dropping the episode to confessionals? But what happened was, see, the thing with Kenya is Kenya be lying. Kenya lies a lot. And this is the issue I'm having. Y'all know I'm Team Twirl. I love Kimora. Okay? That's my girl.
Kimora is across the street. Kimora is across the street.
Kimora is across the street is my girl, but she be lying. Kenya, all you had to tell us was that your YouTube channel was not monetized. Okay? And we would have understand, but you didn't have to lie to us. Right? So now to get monetized on YouTube, you have to do 3 videos. You got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So what she did was she dropped the trailer, she dropped the short, and then she did the thing. But she tried to go on Friday and was like, "Oh, my team messed up, girl." If your team messed up and they knew that the thing is this, Kenya, your YouTube channel was not monetized. You could have told us, listen, I don't want to do this unless I'm getting paid. Everybody understand. Everybody get it. But you trying to make it seem like that you trying to make it seem like that your team messed up. If they really wanted to put that video out there, they could have put the video out there when they know that they made it a mistake, that it was a mistake. They could have put the video out there, but you're lying. Oh, it was a mistake. I'm so sorry. My team will try their best to have it out the next day. And they had it out the next day because you needed 3 videos to monetize. But don't be lying and make it seem like it was a mistake. Don't be lying to us, making it seem like you're a mistake. And that's the thing with you, girl. I'm not no flunky. And I am Team Twirl. But you're not about to sit up here and lie in my face and play in my face. I feel like sometimes these women who are on these shows or whatever, they look at us like flunkies. Like that we just gonna go up for everything that they say and they could just feed us anything. Girl, I'm not going. I'm not going. Okay? I ain't going. You're gonna have to come correct. But I am Team Twirl. But you're gonna have to come correct. Okay? So let's talk about the confessionals. I initially thought that Kenya doing her confessionals was a great idea. I thought that it's great for her to be able to tell her side of the story of what happened, but also with the scenes, right? I love Kenya, but I think that Kenya Moore and her this season is way bigger than the stuff that happened with her and Britt. And I think that the thing is, it's kind of late though, if we're being honest, right? We didn't know, but Kenya knew that she was not going to be a part of any confessionals this season because she didn't shoot any confessionals, right? So she knew that she wasn't going to be a part of any confessionals this season, and she really had her thinking hat on. She should have been doing confessionals for each episode. I think that would have been perfect because we would have watched her confessionals instead of Married to Medicine, right? Or she could have put them on when Watch What Happens Live came on, and we'd watched them. She could have been sitting up, but she did them when she did them. She did the confessionals. I just wish that we wasn't focused. It wasn't so focused on Britt and anything with her and Brit Eady. You get what I'm saying? I just think that she's bigger than that. If we're gonna do them, let's not focus. We don't need to give Britt that much energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really think that Britt is important. But I thought that Kenya Moore, if we got to be honest about it, it was shot well. She looked beautiful. She was in good spirits. She wasn't. Remember when Nene got? You remember because Kenya got fired. That's the truth, right? She didn't address being fired, but Mama got fired. She got fired. That's just the truth. I think that she looked good. She was in good spirits. Remember when Nene was over there on Tamron Hall and she had got fired and she was over there sitting in the hotel lobby? Put it two in the chat if you remember. Nene was over there fake crying on Tamron Hall, talking about she wanted to have a conversation with with Andy after she lost her check. Remember that? Tango 55, they said, what YouTube video isn't shot well? The bar is in hell. Oh, no, baby. Kenya video was shot well. She had her microphone on. If you go over there and watch Portia videos and stuff on YouTube, what I'm saying is it's shot well. What I'm saying is that Kenya was giving us confessionals, darling. Kenya was giving us full body shots of her confessional, right? I don't like that she took us to the scene of the crime because Kenya committed a crime and it was given the scene of the crime. Kenya editing on the video was flawless. She had the stuff, like the words and stuff behind her, like on the confessionals, like for instance with Portia and Kelly, if you pay attention to the confessionals now and they have stuff in the background, it's showing up behind them. So Kenya had her words and stuff showing up behind her. The Moore and stuff was showing up behind her. She had the full body confessionals and she had the regular confessionals that because we got the full bodies. They say that started with Dubai. I don't watch Dubai, but she had her full body confessions, and it kept on going back and forth to her regular confessional and the long full body confessional, and I thought that was beautiful. I thought that she did good. It wasn't messed up. It wasn't tripped. You know what I'm saying? It was good. The video was good. It was flawless. She looked good, and I'm so happy that she's in good spirits. But I don't expect anything less from her and Ashley Darby and Candace because those are pageant girls and they know how to turn it on and turn it off. I really do think, and what's the girl named Jacqueline? Joycelyn? The Hispanic girl from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the first Hispanic girl that was over there, the beauty queen. They know how to turn it on and turn it off. I think that beauty queens or pageant queens make great housewives. Because Ashley, Candace, and Kenya can read to filth. We didn't really see Joycelyn get down like that, but they can read to filth. Okay? Joyce. Okay, you know, I'll put the link, I'll put the link and fix somebody's name in a minute. I didn't know if it was Joycelyn or not, but you know what I'm saying, y'all. Thank you for the super chat, Stacey M. She say, waiting all day for this. Get them GGABOR. Thank you so much, Stacey. I appreciate it. Okay? I also, Kenya, I think that Kenya didn't come back on the 15th like she said she was going to, is because, remember, on the 15th when Kenya was supposed to give us the video, Portia ended up going, she threw a monkey wrench in Kenya's plans. Portia threw a monkey wrench in Kenya's plans. Portia did her video on Tuesday, where she released the video on Tuesday. It wasn't alive. She did the church's mukbang, and it looked like the next mukbang or mukbang or whatever she called it. She had a seafood platter over there, and Portia told us that Kenya was fired. Portia told us that Kenya was fired. I told y'all that from the way that Portia was talking on the Breakfast Club. Put a 5 in the chat if you remember me telling you that. I even said it when we went over there with Mims. Portia was talking over there on the Breakfast Club like Kenya was fired. I was like, it was the way that she was talking and the things that she was saying, you know, it gave me that Kenya was fired. Then she went on her first speak on it over there. She was talking like Kenya was fired. I'm like, y'all, Kenya got fired, y'all. It's the way people be tight-lipped with their stuff, but when they talking about other people, they let it slip. If it was her tea over there, she wouldn't have let it slip like that. But she let it slip. And this time, she just flat out came out and said Kenya was fired. And y'all want to play the semantics game? We know that Kenya was fired. We know that she was fired. Bravo said that they had to cease filming with Kenya means that she was fired. I knew that Kenya was fired when she was on Tamron Hall. What I love about Kenya is she's a smart girl. And she knows how to rephrase words and questions, so she know how to maneuver her way out of a situation. But I got your number, hussy. Shout out to Dionne Warwick. Y'all know they called Dionne Warwick in the airport. Dionne Warwick was smoking with cigarettes and weed in the airport. They called her luggage, and you remember they called Dionne Warwick in the airport, and she ended up taking away running like they weren't gonna catch her. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. He said we got to move on from the fire thing. No, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. We don't got to move on for it to continue until Kimora tell us it's the truth. Kimora got to come out and tell us it's the truth. Okay? And I also think that's why Kenya didn't go ahead and do the confessionals on the 15th, because she needed to go back to the drawing board. Fired, put on pause, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She fired. She didn't even get to do no confessionals, you know? And I ended up watching, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I ended up watching Carlos King with Cynthia Bailey and Crystal Minkoff. And Cynthia Bailey was saying that Cynthia and Crystal both felt that it was unfair that Kenya got fired. But they also, what Cynthia said that I didn't really think of, she was saying that even if Kenya was going to be fired, she should have still been able to do confessionals. But Cynthia said that she didn't know if Bravo had reached out to Kenya to do confessionals or not, because she should have been able to do confessionals right up until the point where she got fired, or like y'all want to play, they ceased the film. She got fired. I'm not about to, you know, the thing with y'all is, you know, y'all be so worried about, it ain't what people say, it's how they say it to y'all. Y'all so worried about how another nigga talk. Ain't that's what Franklin said? I'm not. You know, y'all just so worried about how another nigga talk. She got fired, okay? But let me know what y'all think. If you was Kenya and you got fired and you still needed to shoot the confessionals, would you still go and shoot the confessionals? Would you still shoot the confessionals for the scenes that you were a part of? Let me know. Because that's still part, you still want your side of the story being out there, right? Put a 6 in the chat. I think I would have went and shot the confessional. I think I would have went and shot the confessional. Because it puts you, they always say yes if they had my check. Right. Me and Walter are laughing at Kenya. If they paying me, right. If I got paid, yes for a check, no. Kenya has a lawsuit. Mark my words. If Kenya got a lawsuit, Britt got one. The essence of status. Being a housewife is not a career. Sorry, 6. You would have. Y'all would have. No, no. This is water. Okay. I think that I would have shot him. I think I would have shot the Confessionals because it also puts you in. It also puts you in good standings with the network. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to burn it. Productions like Kenya fan, they was going to twist her confessionals against her. Well, but what I'm saying is her confessionals could have been Kenya confessionals, like Kenya met Mark. I mean Kenya met Kelly. They could have talked about that. They could have talked about her sitting down with Portia. Those are the confessionals I'm talking about. Let's talk. I'm not worried about Britt, y'all. I'm talking about Kenya, her scenes on the show. Kenya could have told us what she was saying, how she felt about meeting the girls for the first time, things like that. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not so focused about Britt. Britt is a non-motherfucking factor to me. For real. Get the hood rat bitch out of here. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Wizard. He said Kenya's career is with Velvet now. Oh, Kimora. Okay? So they ended up having the trailer, and Kenya also did another trailer where it was a phone call since the police, and people was on Twitter saying Kenya actually called the police. Kenya actually called the police. My sweet babies. And y'all, people was literally writing me telling me that Kenya called the police. What I want y'all to know is the thing that y'all have to understand is some of us, some of the adults, y'all don't know it, right? I'm 36. Some of y'all over 36, some of y'all younger 36. But what happens is a lot of us is over 18. And since we wasn't all in school together, y'all didn't know that some of us, some people, not me, but the people that walk amongst us, they was going to content mastery. Okay? They was going to content mastery. They was in a class all day playing with blocks. They were selling cupcakes. If they went to high school with me, they was going to be selling cupcakes with jelly beans in the middle of them. You know what I'm saying? They are slow. You get what I'm saying? Everybody, just because they over 18 and they're an adult, y'all don't know if they was in resource or content mastery. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us, just because they grown, don't mean that they got all the sense in the world or they smart. If you thought that what Kenya, the phone call that we heard was an actual phone call. They touched in the head, child. That's what they called it in Queen. And that's the name of the movie, Alex Haley's Queen. They touched in the head. That wasn't a real phone call, baby. And Kenya, you supposed to be this actress. You taught yourself to be this actress, mama. Baby, the acting was horrible. It didn't even seem like you was trying to sound scared. It seemed like you was trying to have an orgasm or something. You know what I'm saying? It was like, who is this? And he was like, it's Kenya. Girl, you ain't the only Kenya in the world. Like the people automatically know it's Kenya. No, she did not, Chanel, because she did not say that she called the police. She did not say she called the police. She said she was the only person on the show that ever called the police before. But she didn't say, see, y'all got to listen to what the people is saying. She did not say I called the police. She said I'm the only person who called the police on the show before. Let's be real. And then she said they asked for where are you at? She said the bank. That was not a real police call. That was not a real call. Kenya was acting and planning our face to make the trailer more dramatic. It was fake. That was not real. That was not real. Okay? It wasn't real. It was for the dramatics. And she couldn't even, she felt that. Okay? Let's see what else we got. Okay? So let's start. Kenya started off saying that she wanted to come down here to the YouTube and speak speak on herself and what's going on with her because everybody else is making money off of her. And that's true. Can you get your coins? You know what I'm saying? You $400,000 in the hole. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't have a problem with you getting down to the YouTube and trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I knew Kenya is the type of girl who I expect to go above and beyond. So I knew that when she did drop her confessionals, I wasn't surprised that it looked great. It looked good. I think that from what we saw with Kenya, y'all keep on saying that the bar is in hell, or not y'all, but somebody said that the bar is in hell. What Kenya showed us was way better than what Heavenly be doing over there in her closet when she be getting drunk. It looked way better than, I'm not trying to be funny, I love Candy, but it was better than Speak on It. You know what I'm saying? She took us to the scene of the crime, because Mama committed a crime. Who else on YouTube? It was better than Portia in her house, and we hearing that big old echo over there. Kenya has one of the, out of all of the girls that we see on Bravo that come down to the YouTube, Kenya had the best shot. I love the editing. Everything was perfect, and I'm not shocked that she will give us something like that. Okay? She spoke about Portia saying that another housewife that is still on the show gave Kenya a big part of the nude information. That's what Portia said. Portia said that another housewife on the show gave Kenya a big part of the nude information. So when they played it again, I noticed, I'm listening to what people are saying. Portia did not say that somebody gave Kenya the pictures. She said that they gave Kenya a big part of the nude information. Kenya said that the photos were online. The investigators found them. And she said something about everybody involved, not including Drew, found the photos. I believe that Drew Sidora, and I'm just telling you from, I ended up getting on Twitter today while I was at the gym, and I ended up seeing that Drew was sat down with Britt and told Britt something about she knew who Dick it was in the photo. Let me tell you something. Y'all could be delusional if you want to. Drew has something to do with them new photos. Either Drew told her that she knew it was somebody. Drew either knew. Drew had something to do with those new photos, and Kenya gonna hold it down. Y'all can sit up here and play all you want to. Drew has something to do with the photo. I do believe that. Put a 3 in the chat. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I'm just telling y'all what I think. I'm not here to argue with y'all and fight with y'all. I don't really want to cry no more. I believe that Drew had something to do with them nude photos. I believe that Kenya ended up telling Portia that, and I believe that is the reason why Drew didn't leave. I believe that is the reason why Kenya even named Drew. Kenya, if you're going to hold it down, you should have never even said Drew's name. Speaking of the nude photos, you should have never even said Drew's name at all. You should have just said, I got it from offline. Nobody gave it to me. I got it from offline. Okay? She said that she didn't get them from me either. She got them from a search that was online. Okay? And Britt, while we talking about it, Britt, if you was really about that life, and I'm telling you, Britt, if I was you, I would have ran down. Listen, if I was Britt, I would.
Bitch, I'll take my shoe off and put it in your face.
Take my shoe off and put it in Drew's face. I'll take my shoe off and put it in Drew's face. I don't like Drew or her sister. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Brandon Martin. He said Kenya is damned if she do and damned if she don't. Gabor said Kenya should have reported Britt. Now saying that she didn't really call the popos. The line is always moving. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon Martin. She should have recalled. She should have called. How is the line moving? She didn't call the police. Kenya should have reported it. I do believe that Kenya should, deep in my heart, I do believe Kenya should have called the police, but she did not call the police. What we heard was not an actual phone call to the police. We didn't hear that. That's not what we heard, baby. You see, y'all see Brandon is giving content mastery. I told y'all they walk amongst us. I'm just playing Brandon. I'm just playing Brandon. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Kenya said that it was a reenactment. It wasn't no reenactment. It wasn't no. What's good, ma'am? She say, so did she report it or not? I'm confused. She said that she reported it to HR, but she did not say that she called the police. But she did say that she reported it to HR. I got it down here somewhere. I wrote it down. Okay. So she said that the photos online are not considered revenge porn. And she said that she had ended up calling a lawyer to make sure that she didn't break any laws. Okay. Kenya did break the law, which is why she got fired. Kenya definitely broke the law, which is subsequently why she got fired. Okay. Now, it may not meet the definition of revenge porn in Georgia, but she showed photos that were already ready available online with the intent to embarrass, harm, and to get back at her coworker. Okay. So if you, it is, she definitely broke the law. And that's just the truth. She broke the law. The thing is this, y'all love Kenya more. It may not be considered revenge porn, but you know, if somebody go and off somebody and they'll go to court and they'll be like, okay, they charged with first degree murder, what do they call it? Involuntary manslaughter and all this other type of stuff that they do. They probably say it wasn't revenge porn, but they probably call it something else. She definitely broke the law. Kenya broke the law. And the thing is, if y'all don't want to say it because it's with a woman, but if a man got upset if a man got upset with a coworker that was a woman and did what Kenya did and showed nude photos that was online of her to the coworkers, then they would have broken the law. So Kenya broke the law. Kenya broke the law. She did. That's just the truth. If it was Cassie, let's be real. Because the thing is, y'all think that I don't give a damn how much pussy Brit sold. I don't care I don't care what she did in her life. I don't care if she was selling her tussie for $20. Okay? I don't care if she was selling her tussie for $20. Y'all think that a certain type of girl can only be a victim of something. If it was Cassie, if Kenya had put those same pictures out there of Cassie, y'all would have a different tune. Y'all don't do that. So do you think that you can show nude pictures of your coworker in the workplace? No, you can't. That's what I'm saying. Y'all only think that certain people can be a victim in something, and y'all don't see Brit as a victim because of her background, or maybe she's too dark for y'all liking. You know what I'm saying? But Kenya definitely broke the law. If it was a man doing this to a woman, that would be a lawsuit. Kenya broke the law. It may not be revenge porn, but it is a law. Probably in California, it would be considered revenge porn. It would be. That's the truth. And that's just the truth. It may be different in Georgia, but she did it with the intent to harm and embarrass the girl. And that is what it is. I don't know what Kenya said to the lawyer for him to tell her that, but Kenya wants us to say that she wasn't, she wants y'all to stop saying she broke the law. She broke the law. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon Martin. He said, what law? Name them. Thank you for the super chat, Shrink King. If she broke the law, Brit would have pressed charges. You can't sue nobody on Bravo. You can't sue nobody on Bravo. If that's the case, Kenya would have sued Portia for pulling her hair. Yeah, she would have did it for moving the law. I mean, she would have did it for pulling her hair. Okay? Kenya also said, and this is another thing that y'all let Kenya do. Kenya said that she was the only OG standing. Kenya is not an OG. Kenya is not an OG. She's not an OG. Y'all, the thing is, and what I'm not gonna do with y'all is you either an OG or you ain't. The OG is for women who was on the show season 1. Kenya was on the show season 5. She is not an OG. She's not an OG. Point blank in the period. I'm not about to argue with y'all. She's not an OG. She's not an OG. Nene is the OG. Kim is the OG. Deshaun is the OG. Lisa is the OG. Stop nitpicking her words. Baby, she said it. She's not an OG. Kenya is not an OG. And those are just facts, baby. And Lisa Wu is an OG. Kenya is not an OG. Sheree is an OG. Kenya is not an OG. The line is moving. Since when did a bitch come on the show season 5 is an OG of the show? Since when did a girl come on the show season 5 become an OG on the show? Since when? Let me know. Let me know since when somebody can come on the show season 5 and automatically be considered an OG. Kenya also said earlier in this season, when the stuff went down, when everything went down, so only people from the first season are OGs. That's what it's always been. That's what it's always been. And wait a minute, am I wrong? See, this is what I get to talking about. When y'all have a fave, y'all get the line is moving, but the line is moving another way. Thank you, S-Lover. OG is season 1 cast. She's an OG compared to the newbies. No, baby. She'd probably be a veteran, or somebody that's been on the show before, but Kenya is not an OG. Words mean something. When you say OG, that means the person that was on the show season 1. Kyle is an OG. Y'all can't move it because y'all like Kenya. Kenya is not an OG. Words mean stuff. She's not an OG. You have to have been on that season 1 to be an OG. Y'all are trying to move the line. And that's what I get to talking about. You know what I'm saying? There is a such thing as the sky is blue. Okay? I don't want to talk about nothing else. Just because she's a veteran don't make her an OG. Kenya also said that I'm the longest standing housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You are not. You are not, and you never will be until a couple of more seasons from now. At this point, you was on the show from season 5, and you completed season 15, and you missed 1 season in between that. So you are not the longest. Candy was on there season 2 to season 15, and she never missed a season. So you are not the longest running housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you can stop that lie too. That is what I'm telling you is, it is a lie. That's all I'm saying. Stop me when I'm not telling the truth. That's what she said. And thank you, Russell. And Candy's not an OG either. Candy is not an OG neither. She's the longest standing housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's the longest standing, but Candy is not an OG. Kenya is not an OG, but Candy has had more seasons on the Real Housewives than anybody else. Okay. Oh, I got super chat. Thank y'all so much. Hold on. Let me go. Thank you for the super chat, Monique King. She said, I don't think she broke the law, but Gabor and Google shut me up. Legally, workplace sexual harassment is considered a form of sexual discrimination. So sexual harassment is illegal across the country. Thank you. It's the truth. I mean, listen, the people want to, Monique King, the line gonna always move because the girls are now saying that Kenya is an OG of the show. and baby, before this year, to be an OG, you had to be on that season 1 that a girl saying this is your OG. Thank you for the super chat, Liberia Rose. She said, incorrect. 50 did the same to Tiara Marie. She sued him. She lost, no charges. Liberia Rose, what part of that was her co-worker? Do you not understand, my baby? The line is moving. Tiara Marie and 50 Cent did not work together. 50 Cent and Tiara Marie did not work together. What 50 Cent did was something that was on social media. Kenya got a picture online, put it on a poster board, like Brooklyn had a science fair project, and took it to her salon and blew it up and showed her coworkers, showed the staff and crew, and showed the public. That is totally different from what 50 Cent did, and 50 Cent and Tiara Marie was not co-workers. So it's not wrong, Liberia Rose. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, ma'am. She said, Kenya probably just called Phaedra and told us she asked the lawyer. Phaedra don't know the law. We ain't never heard of her outstanding records of wins. Right. Thank you for the super chat, ma'am. I appreciate it. Chanelica, thank you for the super chat. Now, I didn't think I was going to be on here this long, y'all. Chanelica, thank you for the super chat. She said, what law is that? Because now you sounded like you were in content mastery. Do I? Do I, or do you sound like you was in content mastery? Thank you for the super chat, Brandon Martin. He said, Gabor, stop gaslighting. Now she's not an OG. Content mastery. Content mastery. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said, that's California, not the state Kenya resides in. That's what I said, though. That's what I said. That's like saying a person who had an abortion in New York broke the law because it's illegal in Idaho. No, what I'm saying, Ali, is in California, in Georgia, in California, it would be considered revenge porn. In Georgia, it may not be considered revenge porn, but it is still against the law. Kenya is holding on to the revenge porn because she knows that she broke the law, and she wants to keep saying that it's not revenge porn in the state of Georgia. That's what she keeps saying. Kenya loves to play with words. What I'm saying is that she broke the law. It may not be considered revenge porn because she lives in Georgia, but it is considered something else. Is all I'm saying. Thank you for the super chat, Wizard. He said they trying to jump you in a checkerboard. But I could windmill down though. I could windmill down. Thank you for the super chat, Wizard. And hold on, I got another one. Let me see. Wait a minute. Where I'm at. Thank you for the super chat, Top Shelf. He said, you know what she meant. Stop it. It's Candy and OG. I don't know what she meant, Top Shelf. Let me tell you something, Top Shelf. I don't know what she meant. I know what she said. She said that she was an OG. That's what she said. Those are facts. The sky is blue. That's a fact. That's what she said. I'm telling you what she said. She said that she was an OG. She's not an OG. Candy is not an OG. Candy came that season 2. Candy's not an OG. There was only, how many girls was the first season? It's only 6 girls that was there the first season, or 5 girls that was the first season. And she also broke the law just by Cynthia saying, don't nobody want to see that girl sucking no dick. That's another law that was being broke. So I don't understand why y'all trying to make it seem like Kenya didn't do nothing wrong. I don't understand. It's not revenge porn if you saw the release for the photos. People who did Playboy can't say that photos are revenge porn when someone displays them. EHC Bunny, you are wrong, baby. You are wrong. If somebody on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills got upset with Garcelle, and if Lisa Rinna got upset with Garcelle and came to sit down and showed pictures of Garcelle's titties because she was mad at her, that would be a crime. That would be a crime. It would be considered revenge porn, whether she signed anything to with Playboy or not. It would still be considered revenge porn. That's why y'all. It doesn't matter if she signed the release or not. She showed those pictures with the intent to embarrass and harass the girl. It is a crime. Okay? It may not be revenge porn in Georgia, is what I'm telling you. But it is a crime. Okay? It may not be considered revenge porn, is what I'm saying. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Brandon Martin. You know it's love, my nigga. He said, I love Gabor forever and always. Love this life. Thank you. No, not really. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Weez must say, boy, you are not a YouTube lawyer. And neither are you. And neither are you, my sweet baby. Kenya was wrong. It would be a crime and a microaggression. Child. That was literally the point of the release. Thank you for the super chat, Shrink King. Okay. What else? Kenya said that she felt like that this season that they brought her in, and she felt like that she could be mother. I don't think that she was gonna be mother. I think that Kenya, you wasn't gonna be mother. You was gonna be a auntie. I think that Kenya was gonna be an auntie this season. I don't think that she was gonna be mother. You did look good though. But you and Cynthia, I'm not trying to be funny, Kenya. You and Cynthia was looking like y'all needed, y'all was putting Bengay on your knees and your back. You know what I'm saying? Around these girls, you and Cynthia just looked out of place. Y'all was giving auntie. You wasn't gonna be mother. You wasn't gonna be mother. The only mother you is to Brooklyn. And thank you for not throwing her under the bus on this though. Okay. She said that she felt like that Britt was looking for a moment. That she was really pleasant with all of the women when she first got on the show. She said the whole ring situation with Britt, it was not shade. And she said that I don't really like hugging people like that. And I told y'all that before. I don't think that Kenya hugged any of the girls but Cynthia. She came over there, she spoke to everybody. She gave Drew a kissy face and she hugged Cynthia, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? She said that she believes that Britt wanted the villain role. She said that Britt was looking for a moment. She said that she was really that Britt made promises to come after Kenya. She said that she was always nice to Britt. And she said the truth of the matter was that Britt was boring on the first 3 weeks of the show. She wasn't dripped in designer. She wasn't dressing. She was boring. Her husband was boring, and they were dull. And she think that the girl was looking for a moment with her. Um, what else did she say? She said, what else did she say? That Britt wanted that Britt didn't think that Kenya was gonna be so nice and pleasant to them. But Kenya said that I'm a nice person and I have no reason to be mean to people when I'm just meeting them. And I do believe that. And I do believe that I believe Kenya when she said that Britt was looking for, listen, I don't fuck with Britt. And I'm telling y'all the truth. I don't mess with Britt. Britt was looking for a moment. Whether you team twirl or you team, you know what I'm saying, not twirl. Brit Eady, Brit D. I believe that Britt was looking for a moment with Kenya. I believe that she didn't know she was looking for a moment. Kenya did nothing to her, whether you team twirl or not. The truth of the matter is Kenya did nothing to that girl. And it just looks so stupid. I can't believe that they stood in this. It just looks so stupid. Okay? Kenya said that she take accountability. She take full accountability. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said, you're speaking of workplace harassment. If that's the case, then all of these women are guilty of workplace harassment. You can't threaten your coworkers, call them out their names, or assault them. I'm not speaking of workplace harassment, Ali, but thank you for the super chat, my baby. Okay? She said she take accountability. Okay? I think that Kenya, she take accountability. She said that she escalated the situation and she didn't need to. You didn't need to. I think that sometimes in life, sometimes stuff is just not fair. Right? And sometimes I think that Bravo got it wrong. Okay? I think that Bravo got it wrong. Kenya said that I think she said that night she went to the producers. Okay, she said that it was a part that we did not hear. Okay, she said that she basically heard Britt once they got into the argument. Okay, let's go to the night of the argument. She said that she heard Britt say,
"Cuz I got heat for niggas like you."
She said that she heard Britt say, I keep a pistol for bitches like you. Okay? She heard Britt say, I keep a pistol for bitches like you. She said that night, she said Portia can tell you. She said that she went to the showrunner, she went to the to the producer, and she went to the production company. Y'all, my mouse done died. Look here. My mouse done died. Give me a second. Okay. She said, listen, y'all, sometimes all this wireless stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It'd be good sometimes, but sometimes it ain't really all that good. You know what I'm saying? But give me a second. I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? And she said that she told the production company that the girl alluded to unaliving her. You know what I'm saying? And she said it would be one thing if it was Portia or Drew, somebody that she actually knew on the show who had something to lose. You know what I'm saying? But what happened with Britt, we didn't really get it because it was very intense. And I really do believe that. From what I saw, it was intense. I don't care if it was Portia or Drew. If they had told me that they had whips and pistols for me personally, not y'all. Me personally, I believe in calling the laws on the nigga. Y'all can be like, oh, I'm not gonna call the laws on a black man. Y'all want to. I'm calling the laws, okay? And I would have had my paperwork filled out in black and white. And every time y'all would have saw me on set, I would have been carrying. And when it went down, y'all would have thought y'all was watching The Gang of Roses. Because, baby, it would have been, you would have thought we was in a Western movie. Okay? I believe, you know, now I believe that Bravo dropped the ball. I believe that Bravo dropped the ball. She said that if Kyle had did this in Beverly Hills, I do believe that. I do believe that sometimes y'all do it. Y'all do it here in what's good, Nisha? Shout out to Nisha. I think that y'all do it here, right? Y'all live. I think that some of y'all live like with Black people. We got to live by this code, and I'm not gonna never do nothing to know. I'm going to the law. I'm going to the production company. I would have went to the production company and told them that this person. I would have, and I would have went to the laws. You know what I'm saying? I don't live by no creed where, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna let somebody abuse me because they Black. You know what? I don't know. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, I'm telling you, I would have. Y'all can call me a snitch or whatever you want to call me, but I'm going to the law. I would have went to the production company. And I do think that with us sometimes, I think that we think that, or we live in a culture where it'll be all right. It ain't really that serious. You know, they just playing. You know, that's how we talk. No, I don't know that's how we talk. I don't know her like that. Even if it was Portia or Drew, I'm telling you, I would have went to the laws. Thank you for the super chat, Shanetica. She said you can't allow the network to use Kenya as a scapegoat. It's example of punishment for rules that they don't play by with other franchises, i.e. Vanderpump. Thank you for the super chat, True and Blue. I would have asked for an order of protection, Gabor, you know? And with that being said, with Kenya and what went on with her and Britt, I think that Kenya had the winning hand with Britt saying what she did with her. And I don't think that she needed to escalate the situation. And to me, y'all can say what y'all want to say. There is no way you can make me believe that Kenya was fearing for her life by showing nude pictures. And I really wish that she wouldn't have clipped out because she said something where I'm from. Now you playing hood, bitch. Where I'm from. In Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't really tell us what happened because you ain't really about that life. But I wanted to know where you from, what would happen. I want to know where you from, what would happen. Thank you, Feel Good. For the super chat, he said, I care nothing about skin color mess. Mess with me, you're going to jail. Facts. The Black Bravo fans treat the Black cast differently from the whites. They do. They do. I want to know what you said, baby. I want to know what you were saying, Kenya. Keep Mortar across the street. Okay. She talked about on Watch What Happens Live. I told y'all I don't believe, and I said this from the beginning, I don't believe that Bravo did an investigation with Britt. Because from my understanding, I believe that they said from the event at the vault to Kenya's event, it was 4 days in between. A full investigation, an HR investigation, takes about 2 weeks. And if they did an investigation into what happened with Britt that night, there is no way that Britt would have made Kenya's event. She should have been suspended until further notice, and she would not have even made Kenya's event. And when I say an investigation, they should have looked through the cameras at the vault to see if her purse looked like that she had something in it. When her husband walked up on her, they should have checked and seen if her husband had something on him because he could have passed her a pistol. If it was a pistol in the car that they drove in, it was all kind of ways. And again, y'all asking her, of course she's gonna tell you. Of course she's going to tell you that she didn't have nothing on her, but that's not an investigation. That's not an investigation. An investigation would have been looking at the video, hearing what the girl said. You know what I'm saying? Looking at her purse and trying to determine if she was moving her purse in a way to determine if she had a firearm in there. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't believe that they did an investigation. I don't believe that they did an investigation. Because if they had an investigation, because they would not have checked them that night. If she had went to them that night and they had already went home, You know what I'm saying? They could have put the gun up because I'm pretty sure when she got home, her man had told her, "Girl, you doing the most or whatever. You need to put that gun up." You know what I'm saying? She knew what was coming because she was doing the most. And what strikes me, what gets me, is that this was her first act. This was her first argument with a girl on the show. And Kenya did nothing to you, and you sitting up here talking about guns and stuff. That is crazy. That is crazy to me. But they didn't do no investigation. Bravo did not do an investigation. That's just the truth. I don't believe an investigation will take at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. There's no way she would have made the event. And to me, I don't give a damn if we're gonna be without a housewife for 2 weeks. Baby, this girl, I'm in fear of my life. Every time she would have came around me, I would have been screaming and scared. Y'all would have been like, they doing the most. But I'm telling you this though, I do think with the fans, Kenya is damned if she do and damned if she don't. Because had Kenya been doing the most with the girl, y'all would have said, look at that black Karen. Look, she doing the most. Look at, but I remember what she did with, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't do that to Kim Fields. She would have been damned if she do and damned if she don't. But what I'm telling you, I would have been safe though. I would have been safe. She said that, you can't go places and say that you have a gun. You can't, if you go places and say that you got a gun, that is a crime. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? She gave an example of Joe to Joe. I guess that was somebody that was there, you know what I'm saying? And said, if I told you, you gonna get it right today and you gonna act right today and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that to you. He said that he would have went to HR and she said, and you should, and they, you know what I'm saying? And you would have went to the police. But Kenya didn't tell us that she went to the police. Kenya said, she didn't say, I watched Kenya's video twice. She did not say that she went to the police. She said, I am the only person on the show that have called the police before because I'm the only person on the show that has been assaulted. I would say that Portia was assaulted by Cynthia when they was out to get into a fight. Because if Portia would have got a hold to Cynthia the way that she wanted to, it would have been over for Cynthia. You know what I'm saying? So Portia, you're not the only person that's been assaulted on the show. But Kenya, did you go to the? Why didn't you go to the police? I'm not mad at you. I'm just telling you what I would have done. But Kenya didn't go to the police. Kenya didn't go to the police. But okay. She said that if somebody said this to Kyle on Beverly Hills, did I say that already? I believe that she got that from Rodney. Shout out to Rodney the Voice. I believe that she got that from Rodney. And I think that Kenya is a smart girl, but I think that even with people being smart sometimes, when we hear stuff, everybody thinks about it different ways and you get different examples. I do believe that if somebody, especially I don't know, because we saw that trash over there, Brandy. She was slapping bitches and throwing water and stuff on bitches and stuff like that or whatever, and she was never fired. We saw her throw a drink on somebody right in front. We saw Brandy. She's so much white trash. We saw her throw a drink in somebody's face on Watch What Happens Live right in front of Andy, and nothing was done. And I'm telling you right now, if Brandy would have threw a drink on me, baby, y'all would have been like, let her go, Gabor, let her go. I would have beat that bitch. Okay, Anyway, we have seen girls on Beverly Hills, Brandy get violent. We saw Brandy turn Kyle every which way but loose over there in Eileen's hallway. Was it Eileen? She turned that girl every which way but loose in that girl hallway. So we have seen the girls over there get violent. But I do believe that if Kyle is the type of girl, and it may be privileged, Kyle is the type of girl, if somebody had threatened her with a gun, that I don't believe that she would have showed up no more until they was gone. And you didn't do that, Kenya. You got to tell them that you was, you didn't have to, but I'm just saying Kyle would have probably not showed up if they was going to be on set. Okay? She said that somebody wrote a question in and said that do they believe that she was tricked out of her spot? She said, well, I already had a peach, but you don't have it anymore, baby. You don't have a peach anymore, mama. That's what they mean. She still got her peach and you don't. She was able to shoot confessionals and you don't. You got tricked out of your spot, mother. You let one of your kids trick you out your spot? You let one of your kids trick you out your spot, mother? And I thought, can we listen? I'm not trying to talk down on Cynthia. Y'all know I love Cynthia with that veteran walk. Um, baby Cynthia look like baby, I'm telling you that Cynthia looked toe up in her confessions. Y'all, and we have real talk. They had showed on Twitter Cynthia latest confessionals, whatever, and they had a post about Cynthia confessions. Cynthia looked toe up in them confessionals. I thought y'all said Cynthia was a model. She giving old. She giving oh, I'm not flip floppy essence aesthetic. I'm not flip floppy. I am truthful. I am truthful. Cynthia is going through it over there in them confessionals, child. Everybody don't need no full. Yeah, but y'all we can say what we want to about Cynthia, baby. She still got like Bailey. We ain't never heard of Cynthia having no money problems. Okay. Kenya said that she was invited to the reunion and then she wasn't invited to the reunion and she was invited to the reunion. Kenya, I don't believe you. I don't believe that she was invited to the reunion. Since when somebody fired get invited to the reunion? Did they tell you to shoot a confessional and then tell you not to shoot the confessional, then shoot the confessional? You know what I'm saying? Girl, you was fired. I don't believe that they invited you to the reunion, my mom. I don't believe that. Mother. I don't believe that. Okay? Yes, she was. Thank you, Dina. They jumping on me. Kenya was lying throughout that. What's good, really behave? I hope you had a nice Easter. Cynthia menopause hitting horn. I don't believe her. I don't believe she's retired. Who's retired? Child. Who retired? Kenya? Is that what we calling it now? Baby, the line is moving, child. Now she retired. Baby. Baby, I can't wait to get into some shit. And so y'all advocate for me like y'all advocate for Kenya, baby. Cause baby, when I tell y'all, baby, y'all will make up a story for baby. I love it. I love it. She started talking about Kim Zolciak. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Lexi Lane. She said, I'm like, did you see the video where Kelly said that she saw Britt's weapon? Oh, Britt needs to be investigated. If she had a piece during work time, she has to go. Wait a minute. Lexi Lane, thank you for the super chat. You know, I'm very thorough. So when you tell me something, you have to be on point. Are you telling me that Kelly said that she saw Britt's weapon the night that they had the party at the vault? If so, Kenya needs to get with Kelly and go get with a lawyer, not Phaedra Parks, and go get with you a lawyer and get that in writing. And go get Candy lawyer that she had with Todd. Go get Candy lawyer that she had with Todd the night of the wedding that bought that camera around now. Go get the white woman. I'm sorry. Go get the white woman that was over there with Candy and her money, and she go get the white woman that had Todd over there on camera, had him testifying and signing the paperwork. I want her. Lexi Lane, not the same night. But girl, what we talking about? What we talking about? Because she saw the gun. I got a gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her having a gun, that ain't nothing wrong with the girl having a gun. Did she have a gun that night? Well, she said, I keep my pistol for bitches like you. That's what Kenya said that she said. And I believe that I do believe that. I definitely believe that. Kenya said that girl said,
Cause I got heat for niggas like you.
That's what she said. She said the girl said, I got heat. I keep a pistol for bitches like you. I keep pistols for bitches like you, dark-skinned beauty queens, bitch. I keep pistols for dark-skinned beauty queens like you. And Britt, don't get me wrong, Britt, you a cute girl, but you a cute girl for Kenya to be hating on you? I don't see all that, girl. I don't see all that. You cute. You look better than all your mama daughters. You know what I'm saying? They probably be hating on you and stuff or whatever, but girl, but Kenya more to be hating on you? Miss USA? Miss Ratchet USA? I don't see that. I think she said that Britt carries guns. Okay. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with her carrying a gun. But what I'm saying is, did the girl see, I want to know, Did Kelly see? What I'm telling y'all is it don't matter if she saw that Britt got a gun, unless she seen it that night. You know who will let us know? Angela will let us know. Angela will let us know if Britt, Angela can't hold water. Angela will let us know if Britt had a gun that night. Angela let us know. Okay? Britt's bottom lips bother me. Her voice bothers me. Okay? She said that Kim Zolciak was able to, when Kim Zolciak left the show, she was able to go to the reunion and she was able to get a new show. Kenya, did you leave the show? Kenya, did you leave the show? And this is what I'm talking about, Kenya.
I cannot. And let me tell you what I can't do. And I don't want to argue. I'm going to say this really calm. I'm going to say this really calm. I
can't do this with you, Kenya. Because, baby, you wasn't fired. You was fired. Kim was not fired. Kim left the show. We saw it. And that's what I'm saying. Kenya was pregnant. Kim was pregnant. She was tired of the girls. Okay? Her and Corey woke up that morning and she knew she was quitting. She came over there with the girls, said, I'm not doing this, I'm leaving. They took the stuff over. They took the stuff off of them. She threw the camera and stuff down. Corey was trying to fight the camera crew. She quit the show. She quit the show. She wasn't fired. You're comparing apples and oranges. Like you had in your video. She had an apple on one side and an orange. You comparing apples and oranges. You was fired. She was not. And Kenya, I don't want to see you in Brooklyn life twirls on. I don't want to see you in Brooklyn take Japan. And you in Brooklyn take Tokyo. And you in Brooklyn take London. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. You got mad the last season, talking about you threw a party from Brooklyn and they didn't show it on the show. Girl, ain't nobody trying to see Brooklyn. That's your Miracle Baby, girl. If we saw a party one time, we don't want to see no more. The last party you had for Brooklyn, they said that Candy was sucking dick in locker rooms and we didn't even get to the bottom of that. Because Brooklyn was there. Who Brooklyn's supposed to be? I don't want to see no Brooklyn every time. I'm not trying to be funny. You are Brooklyn and me to death. That's your Miracle Baby. Great. Girl, but we don't want to see no party for her every year. She got one party. I don't want to see another party for her until she turns 16. Shit. I'm just being real. Why not? Because that's not what the show is about. She had a Miracle Baby, but I just feel like she just forcing Brooklyn on us. And you need to let that girl, you need to let Brooklyn rest. Because I'm tired of you picking Brooklyn up every time you get it for something, but you didn't do it on here. You didn't do it on here, and I thank you that you didn't throw her in the middle of the fire this time. Okay? She said that she's not on Real Housewives of Atlanta right now, but her influence is still there, and definitely. Your influence is definitely still there. Britt was your biggest fan. Britt was your biggest fan. Britt is an embarrassment. Britt is an embarrassment. I can't even believe that she had the nerve to say, well, you might want to twirl on up. I can't believe that she even said that. Girl, are you serious? That would have never came out of my mouth. I would have never said that. You know what I'm saying? But, your legacy and your influence on the show is still felt. But, baby, you're not no OG. You're not no OG. You're not no OG. And I love you, baby. Somebody loves you, baby. I am. But I can't do the lies. I won't sit here and listen to your lies. Okay? I won't sit here and act like you was an OG. I won't sit here and act like, because you're giving yourself fake titles. You won Miss USA. You are Miss USA, baby. You ain't got to give no other fake titles. I'm the only OG standing. No. I'm the longest running castmate on. No. No. Okay. She damn near OG. No, new deal, new me. New deal, new me. No. Was damn near OG was Candy season 2. Was damn near OG is Candy season 2. Was damn near OG is Cynthia season 3. Was damn near OG is Phaedra season 3. She was at season 5. She's not even the longest running cast member, baby. She ain't even the longest running cast member, baby. Words mean stuff. We're not talking about damn now. She didn't say, I'm the only damn now OG on the show. That ain't what she said. That ain't what she said. She said, I'm an OG. I'm the only OG. But y'all, she was fired. She was fired. I thought that she was going to dress. Now, what she did say, I forgot to say, because I didn't, I was unclear. I was not, I didn't know whether this was going to be a weekly thing that she got going on, like Portia speak on it. Right? Because, Portia got to speak on it or whatever. I've seen her and Mama Diane over there. Baby, when I tell you that Mama Diane is bad, Mama Diane is bad. They show Portia. Portia is just like, PJ looked just like Portia when she was young. I don't see Dennis at all. But Kenya did say that she'll see us next week. So I think that this is going to be something going on weekly. Kenya, I am Team Toro, baby, whether you believe it or not, but I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable, baby. I'm not no flunky like the rest of the Team Twirl or whatever. I'm going to hold you accountable. What I want to see for you with these confessionals, I want to know how you felt about, like, the other girls on the show in the scenes. You know what I'm saying? We like the mess, but I don't really care about what's going on with you and Brent because I am Team you all day long. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. But I want to know what you thought about Kelly. You know what I'm saying? What did you think about when Kelly said that her man was over there putting hands, feet, and toes on her and she had security? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what you thought about that. I want to know what you thought about Angela. You know what I'm saying? What have you heard about Charles Oakley? What you think about Portia coming back and with Simon? Do you feel bad for Portia that she going through a divorce with Simon? Because you was there and you met Fallon when you know what I'm saying? You and Portia met Fallon together. You know what I'm saying? I want to know stuff about that. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about, being an auntie on the show? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I seen Portia and Diane over there making Easter baskets for what's the girl name? Pilar. They was over there making Easter baskets for Pilar. That is I think they said they had 40-inch ceilings over there. I mean 40-foot ceilings over there at the house. 40-foot ceilings over there at the house with Simon. I'm telling y'all, I don't care what y'all say. Portia is doing speak on it. Portia is doing her speak on it because she want us to see her in that house. She want us to see her in that house. But girl, you still lost against Shamia because Shamia house 9 million. Yours only 7 million. Okay? But Mama Diane had on her a nice little outfit over there. Mama Diane to be 70 years old, Mama Diane look damn good, y'all. Mama Diane look damn good, y'all. Mama Diane look damn good. I wonder can she still y'all think Mama Diane can still put down a large pepperoni pizza? Because they say once you get older or whatever that you got to stop eating. I know she don't work out. Y'all think she can still down a whole large pepperoni pizza? Now they got extra pepperoni. Yeah, Diane is beautiful. She saved Portia. Mama Diane is so pretty, and yes, she looks great. Yes, Diane is beautiful. 67. She's 67. 67 is beautiful. That's a good looking 67. Portia only gets a house for 2 years. I think that for me, I remember my grandmother being in her 40s and stuff, and I remember my grandmother, she had slipped in the store when we were really, really young, so she used to walk with a limp. So I used to always associate 40 with it's all going downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? But as we see people, that's not always the case because Mama Diane is around looking good. Diane look good, baby. Diane look good. But they say that Diane had her roughneck over there from what they said on the show. What I saw on the show, it seemed like Diane got a man over there that was trying to break into that $7 million house. Was trying to get through the gates and stuff. Diane got that body done. I remember she got on camera and said, Portia, I'm ready for my close-up. Plastic surgery, Ozempic weaves can make anyone beautiful. EHT Bunny, come on, Sutton. Come on, Sutton Shrek. Lipo 360. Now, listen, we saw Mama Diane. Listen, Mama Diane was Listen, Mama Diane was looking good on the show. The first time we seen Mama Diane, she was looking good on the show. Now I'm not gonna let y'all. Even when Cordell saying that she was gulping a large pepperoni pizza with extra pepperoni on his white linen. But look him. She was still looking good then before they had the lipo 360. Y'all know Diane had surgery. Man, everybody don't got surgery, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I got about 4 girls that I went to high school with. If y'all see them, y'all will swear that they went and laid on somebody's table. That ain't true. Work or not, the foundation was there. That's a beautiful woman. Right, Portia looks good too. Portia do look good too, but I don't believe that Portia sit up there. I don't believe that that's all Portia though. I don't believe that's all Portia. Can we have her talk? I don't want to. I don't listen. I'm just telling y'all. I don't believe that's all Portia. I don't believe that's all Portia. Mama Diane was big as a house with lunch lady on. She looked old as fuck too. Knock it off, Gabor. When? She always looked the same size to me. She always looked the same size to me. Teeth, Portia teeth. They said she got big teeth and she still got big teeth. That's what her mama said. Mama Diane has down her back even though she wears those wigs. That Portia and Mama Diane was doing promos for Dr. Miami. You lying. Portia says she cornbread fed. Portia is a cornbread fed lie. Her first season, Portia got sucked and stuffed. Oh, Portia is a pretty girl now. Yeah, Portia is pretty. Portia is pretty, and Portia look especially pretty. I told y'all I seen her new confessional last week. She has some curly hair in her head. She looks so good. What is up with this nose ring, though? Ain't nothing wrong with the nose ring. I'm not judging the girls with the nose ring or whatever. It just look a tad bit ghetto to me. Yeah, in the confessional. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying it's just throwing me off. It'll be different if she got over here now. Is she having a midlife crisis? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. Mama Diane, aka Knockoff Tina Knowles, was a salesperson for Dr. Curbs on billboards and all. Tina Knowles, she could never be. She could never be Tina Knowles because Portia ain't no Beyonce. Hey, baby. Portia ain't no Beyonce. What she was over there singing? Was she singing? What was Portia singing at the reunion? His eyes on the sparrow. The reason why he sings. You remember she said she was over there singing, "Fill my cup and let it overflow." She told Andy that she wanted to be a mix between Mary J. Blige and Beyonce. Girl. And she started singing, "Fill my cup and let it overflow." Girl. She said, "Glory, hallelujah. I send my praises to you." Baby, she would never be Beyonce, girl. Thank you for the super chat, The Inform. She said, "You see that guy on Tasha K talking about Britt man?" No, The Inform. What did they say? I sing because I'm happy. What happened? Let me know. What happened? Portia is a trick. Listen. And I know he's the reason why we sing. He's the reason why I sing. I used to be in the choir at church, baby. I thought I had me a career in front of me, baby. Melodies from heaven rain down on me. Rain down on me. Rain. Rain. But I used to look. All the men was over there screaming rain. I was over there. I thought I was soprano. Rain down on me. I don't know. I just thought the girls always had the best part. They'd be like, "You get back over there with the man. Rain down." I thought I was Mariah Carey, baby. Who? I was in the choir. I don't know y'all not trying to clown me. My grandma had my grandma was so sweet, baby. She had me thinking I was gonna be a star. She told my mom, but they had the microphone right in front of him. Baby. Woo! Thank you for the super chat, The Inform. They said supposed cash app received from sex parties alleged. What? What? Supposed cash app received from sex parties allegedly from Britt's husband? So they played. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny or whatever. She was a cam girl, and he married her and took her. You know what I'm saying? And tried to. But you see, Britt gives me that. I think that Britt think that she should be a housewife. I gotta go. But I think that Britt think that she should be a housewife because she married. You know what I'm saying? I think that she feel like, well, I don't have to do nothing but be married. You know what I'm saying? And that what makes me a perfect housewife because I'm married and these other girls not. That's what I think that she think that she is because I'm married. But I don't think that I just don't think that this is the show for her. She gives me Chasing Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? Like the YouTube show with the punks. She gives me Chasing Atlanta. I don't even get like baddies and stuff from her. I get Chasing Atlanta. I'm sorry, I do. That's a lavender marriage. Ain't nothing about nothing. Ain't nothing DL about Brit husband. Brit husband get his booty cat a good boy. How y'all know? Yeah, she give me Chasing Atlanta. She's loving hip hop. I get Chasing Atlanta. She didn't even take his last name. Wow. Good boy, my son thinks you're crying. Crying about what? Britt lied again on this episode before she say she stands in her truth. This is taking a turn. What? Pick Up the Pieces by Tracy Morgan. Pick up the pieces. Not Chasing. She do give me Chasing Atlanta. She do. The guy on Pastor K says that he throws sex parties for DL men, and Brit man is a regular. Said that he personally bent him over, had receipts and everything. Baby, Tia Thomas, what is the receipts? Because y'all be hollering. No shade against you, Tia Thomas. It's not you. Tia Thomas, because it ain't Tia Thomas. You know, I fill in stuff or whatever. Tia Thomas, what is the receipts? What is the receipts? I want to see the because you know y'all be saying receipts. Not y'all like you, Tia Thomas. People be saying receipts and they don't be having real receipts. What I consider a receipt, because Kenya said that she had receipts or she had proof that Britt had a gun on her that night, and I want to know the proof. We want to see the proof. That's what Kenya. That's what you did the video for. That's what we tuned in for, to see the receipts. You want to see the receipts. So they said that he was bottoming. I wondered if they do it raw. I wonder if they do it raw. Let me know, Tia Thoma. Let me know what the receipts is before I go. Give me a second. Okay, let me see. You know, as soon as I hear Tasha K, I stop listening. Chasing Atlanta. You know, Kenya probably paid. Listen, you know I love Kenya. You know I love Quad the fraud. But Quad, I don't care what y'all say. Quad paid that man. Quad paid that man over there. When you remember when Quad had that puppy show, and that man came over there and told Quad, "I want to talk to you about Darren, Dr. Darren. I've been sleeping with Darren." Y'all remember that? Quad paid that man. Quad talking about some. Well, I'm really about to come over here because that ain't really none of my business. You said now you say that's your man now. You see what I'm saying? Quad set that man up to come over there and do that, baby. Quad paid that man, and y'all can sit up here and play all y'all want to. Quad played that man to come over there and say that I've been sleeping with him. Quad say, yeah, and you say that's your man now. I said, child, y'all, my mama's so messy. My mama gonna call me and talk about you because I had stopped watching the American Medicine that season, and my mother said that it was a man. My mama said Lisa Nicole's husband gay. I said, girl, how do you know? She said it was a man. My mom said it was a punk that came over there. And y'all better not jump on my mama. My mama said what she said. Okay? She said it was a punk that came over there and went to Quad show or whatever. My mama said the man lip was busting. He had a black eye like him and Darren had just got into a fight and told Quad that was his man. Or whatever. Girl, I went and watched this show. I told my mama, I say, girl, you know, I had to, you know me. I don't like to, because if it's episode 5, I got to go watch episode 1 through 5 to get the whole storyline to make sure what happened, right? My mama said, I said, girl, that man ain't have no busted lip and no black eye, girl. I said, you just be putting stuff on. You just be putting on. Thank you, Tip. She said he said it's $30 to get into the parties, and he had cash out payments for $30 at 2 a.m. Wow. $30 to get into the sex party. And he had cash app payments for $30 at 2 a.m. But how do we know that it was his cash app? And again, somebody having a cash app, bitch. Oh, let me go. Okay, I gotta go. Hold on. Let me tell y'all something. Thank you for the super chat. Cue the content guy. He said, good evening. Whatever you said, I'm with you can go wrong. Proof, Brooklyn, you are a good example of a mother. Or whatever Dr. Bunny said. Thank you for the super chat. Cue the content guy. I appreciate it. It was I had seen on Twitter today. I had got on Twitter, right? And it had said Houston is not real, right? So I go to the tweet. It said Houston is not real. Baby, they said it was a nigga bitch. I mean, they said it was a trans girl in Houston, and she was exposing niggas in Houston, right? And people was like, the tweet, they was like, well. And the trans girl had wrote on there, let's play find your nigga. And she was going through her DMs and was showing all the niggas that was hitting her up in Houston or whatever. And I seen a couple of people on there that I knew that was hitting the trans girl up. But the thing is, like, that doesn't mean that because it wasn't like she was going through every DM and seeing what the person had said. She could have messaged some people, or the people could have messaged her back. But I don't know if everybody that was in that DM was hitting her up trying to, and get with her, whatever. And it's just a dangerous game because it's just a dangerous game that she was playing, and I don't believe that everybody knew that was no. I don't know that everybody knew that was a trans girl neither, because I will say this, you know what I'm saying? The heavier trans girls they can pass. The heavier girls can pass more than the skinny trans girls, if that makes sense, what I'm saying. Let me not say heavier, the more the love. The more the love girls can pass or get away with a lot more than the skinny girls do. You know what I'm saying? Did I say more to love? But what's good, House of Prison? She said because they got titties. I don't call them titties, but I guess no. They think that it's a little delusion. Well, it's delusion anyway because they think they're women. I mean, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, Pastor Princess, why you do me that? Don't do me that. But the delusion is that they think. Let me stop, y'all, because y'all gonna try to get me in trouble and get me canceled, but I'm gonna stand on it. What can I say? How can I clean this up? Fuck it. Because they, it's the same. It's body dysmorphia, right? Because they heavy set, but they think they filled out. They think they full about. They think that they got a woman's body because they heavy set. You get what I'm saying? So they think that they put a belt on their waist real tight and put the belt real tight, and they'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll be fat in the motherfucker and put on the belt and talking about what waist, bitch. All of that, girl. What you mean? What ways? It's body dysmorphia, thinking that they got like a nice shape because they, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from a family of heavy set women. You know what I'm saying? And my cousins and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They be 13 and 14 years old. They be one cheeseburger from obese baby, but they think that they big. You know what I'm saying? Let me be quiet, y'all. What I'm telling y'all is, right, like Saucy Santana, that's a heavy, baby, that's heavy. You get what I'm saying? The clavicle, darling. TS did that to herself. What? What I'm telling y'all is sometimes it be body dysmorphia. You get what I'm saying? Let's have real talk. Put a 7 in the chat if you know a fat girl running around here talking about she thick. Put a 7 in the chat, or you know a fat nigga running around here talking about, you know, I'm what do niggas call it? I'm solid. Nigga solid. Nigga, that ain't solid. Silky nutmeg good night. Right. Oh my God. Oh my God. But you know, cause they be, you know, niggas be like, I'm solid. You know what, solid? Where? Nigga, you flabby than a motherfucker. I remember when I was younger, I used to be ruthless. I was talking to this dude before. He told me he used to be 440, and we stopped talking because I thought the nigga was gonna relapse, and I couldn't. You know, I couldn't. I can't do it. Thank you for the. But now that I'm older, whatever, I talk to a fly fat nigga. You know, not Rick Ross. I feel like I will talk to a fat nigga, but he gotta be humble. He can't be like Rick Ross. Thank you for the super chat, cutie cunt. And he gotta be papered up. Thank you for the super chat, cutie cunt. Guy, he said I was supposed to say I'm with you, whatever you said. You ain't wrong. Oh, Kenya, poor Brooklyn. Are you being an example of a good mother? This text talk got it looking like I got my education in Houston. Oh no, baby. Oh no, baby. Thank you for the super chat, cutie content guy. I don't see no sevens. Oh, okay. Because I'm about to tell y'all make me think I'm mean. I'm mean. Saucy Santana is a heavy 7. Me. Oh my God. The truth church have good boy 777. Yeah. On your nerve. Oh, baby. I saw On Your Nerve over there dancing, baby. On Your Nerve. On Your Nerve lost that lip sync, baby. On Your Nerve is good in competition, but that On Your Nerve is I don't want to do it to On Your Nerve because she black, but On Your Nerve is ugly, baby. That's an ugly drag queen, child. The makeup or nothing else. I'm sorry. I go by being my own. That's gender dysphoria. Dina, am I? What? Let me see what Dina said. Give me a second. Let me back up. 7. Dina said 7. Let me see. She probably goes something. On your nerve. Yeah, On Your Nerve. On Your Nerve. Oh, on your girls Beyonce size are thick. Those chicks twerking with Johnny Blaze yesterday are fat. See, I don't know who Johnny Blaze. Let me know. Let me know. Girls that are Beyonce size are thick. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. She said they say it's just baby fat. No, it's just fat, baby. You got that from some sitcom. I don't remember what it was. Was it the Parkers? Was it the Parkers? Was it a Monique? So I heard that somewhere before. They say it's baby fat. No, it's just fat, baby. But not Jennifer Lopez. You know I love my girl Jilly from Philly. Jilly from Philly said, I'm not fat. I have fat. Right? She said that's what you have to say to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't look in the mirror and say I'm fat and I got to deal with it. Say I have fat. That probably helps some of y'all out. I don't know if I'm fat or thick. But I think that, okay, so I think that girls who thick though, I think that girls who be thick, they be the BBWs. Cause you got some fat girls like Sherry Shepherd. No shade. And I'm not, let me hurry up and get about here because I feel like y'all trying to fuck me up. Okay? Because y'all sitting up here saying all this stuff. But you know, it got some fat girls that, because you got some fat girls who be bad built. They fat, or fat niggas that be fat and bad built. They ain't got no ass. They ain't got no, you get what I'm saying? They fat and bad built. But I think that some girls think that they thick when they got the hips and you know, because the body gets, who can I say? Like who? Name or one? Because everybody in my family, they got ass, hips, titties, and everything. But I'm trying to think. Name a heavy set woman, a full fit like Sakura. Does Sakura got ass? It's some heavy set women that still got a shape. Who? Let me see. Let me think of a famous woman who heavy set that still got a shape. Because the body is like a balloon. The body is like a balloon. You know what I'm saying? You could grow an ass on you, whatever, but the body is like a balloon. Who? Jilly, right? Jilly from Philly. Jilly got titties and ass and everything. You know what I'm saying? I can't do no nigga like, oh, I could never talk to Kevin. I could never talk to Kevin Gates. I would never. I don't like Kevin Gates. I want to say Sakara. Monique. I don't know if Monique got no donk though. Who Nene Leakes? Kelly Price. Do Kelly Price got a donk though? I'm talking about like a dank DeMoss. Oh no, that's too big, baby. I'm talking about a girl who I want to say like Takara. Like Takara. Let me see. Niecy Nash, Kelly do Delicious. See, yeah, Delicious. If Delicious was to gain about 50 pounds, she would still have a shape, but I'm trying to think of a. Yeah, Danielle Brooks. Let me see. Heavenly. Heavenly is thick now, right? Because Heavenly got that Ari, Fantasia. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. This is what y'all saying. Y'all think that Fantasia heavy said? Y'all think that Fantasia Candy? Yeah, Candy. When Candy gained all that weight or whatever, Candy still had a shape. My God. See, yes, Madison. I'm talking Amber Riley. See, I ain't never really paid attention to Amber Riley. If I was straight, I would date Nikki Star TV. If I was straight, I would go with either Nikki Star TV. I would propose to Nikki Star TV, or what's the comedian girl I told y'all I like? It would be if I was straight, my type, like women that I find fine, is Nikki Star TV. What is the comedian name? I can't think of her name right now. The girl from Nicole, yeah, it would be my type is Nicole Byer, Nikki Star TV, and the lady from Lovecraft County and Sinners. Like that's my type. I like darker skinned, heavy set women. That's my type. So it would be if I was straight, I would marry Nikki Star TV. I don't know if I ever meet Nicole Byer, but I would marry Nicole Byer too. But I think that Nicole Byer is beautiful. I think that Nikki Star TV is beautiful. And I think the woman from Lovecraft County is beautiful too. But y'all, let me Takara is born right. Tika is my girl. Tika Sumpter. Nina Parker. Who is Nina Parker? I don't know who Nina Parker is. Let me know. Michelle Boutique, get that the girl. Because Nina Parker over there talking about, I mean, not Nina Parker, Michelle Boutte. Michelle Boutte said that she tried to insinuate that Kenya was starting shit with Britt. But y'all, that's all I got. I'm so sorry, y'all, but I have to go. I didn't know I was gonna be on here this long. But thank y'all so much for Nicole, who Journey Smollett? No, her sister from Lovecraft County. The heavy said Darcy. Yeah, Nikki Star TV. Nikki Star TV is gorgeous. I saw Nikki Star TV. She was in a movie she was in a show on Netflix that I watched. It was a dating show. But yeah, the dark skinned girl from Lovecraft County, her sister. That she was beautiful. I think that she's beautiful. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna have to watch Atlanta too. But all right, y'all. Adios. Bye.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25.